Okay, we're going to do a 45-minute Pilates session, and it's going to involve a warm-up. We're going to concentrate on a bit of balance, and once we get to the floor, we'll be concentrating on more core strength and flexibility. All right, so we're going to warm up. So start with your feet hip distance apart, rise up onto your toes, take a nice deep in breath, and then just come back down through your heels. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. So remembering to engage through your core muscles. So feel that squeeze and lift through pelvic floor. Feel that engagement through your deep abdominals. In breath up and exhale down. As you rise up, keep your neck nice and long. Keep your shoulders soft down your back. And just trying to get some range into the body. So the whole thing with the warm-up here is just to get some heat going. So we're going to start bending those knees as we come down. So into squats, in breath up and exhale down. So with that squat, your hips go back, your chest is lifted, and you just take it to a range with those knees that feels good for you. And come up to a balance on your next one. See if you can really hold it up there. And then as you come down through your heels, just turn to your right and now sweep the arms around to articulate the spine and then back the other way. In breath at the top and sweeping around. In breath at the top. So draw the belly in. Soften the knees where you need as you fold down. And again, working at a range that feels good for you. Do one more on each side. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as you sweep around. And release. Now just take your shoulders up, back and round. So just working into the shoulder girdle there. Take the hands on top of the shoulders and just circle them around. Keep the body still. Focus on isolating the shoulders there. Now reach the arms out. Thumbs are back. And bring the arms forwards. Exhale and inhale. Draw the chest open. Exhale. Inhale, thumbs are back. And exhale. Keep the neck long. Relax the neck. Try not to flare up through your rib cage. Focus on opening the chest and the shoulders. And then one more of those. And release. Take the feet out. And turn the toes out. And then just take it into a wide leg squat. So in breath down and exhale up. Squeeze through the thighs, the glutes as you come up. And maybe just start to increase the range. As you go down, maybe a little bit further every time. In breath down and exhale up. And squeeze. Glutes, thighs. Let's do one more of those. And then tuck the toes in. Now reach the arms out again. And twist on the in-breath. And exhale to reach. Standing saw, in-breath, twist. And reach. As you reach down, rotate through that back hand. Use your breath. Come up, inhale and twist. Exhale and reach. Reaching away. Use that breath. You try and a little bit more range. Let's do one more on each side. Every time maybe a little bit further. And release. Okay, let's just turn one foot and go a little bit longer and just stretch up and over. and reach into this side angle stretch. Okay, and just hold that position. And then come up, change to the other side, and just reach up and over. And breathe. And come back. Okay, so we'll just try a little bit of balance. So make sure you've got room. If you need to hold on to something, doing that. We're just going to take your right leg up. And we're going to take hold of that leg just underneath your knee. Okay, so you can do this with one hand and hold on to something if you need, or both hands. So from here, see if you can just scoop your belly in and gradually just tuck your head down towards your knee and release. We'll try the other side. So take hold of the back of the knee and scoop the belly and tuck the head down towards the knee and release. Okay, good. So we'll add to that, we'll come up again. Tuck. Now try and then release and reach up. Okay, and then come down. So again, so you can either get hold of the back of the knee or the front. And tuck and release, hands up, and come down. So we'll add to that again. We'll come up of the leg, front of the knee or back of the knee. Tuck, release. Now try extending the leg away. And then come back, and then down. So we've got a stabilized core, engaged, strong on the standing leg. You're either holding on to the front of the knee or the back of the knee as you tuck. Reach up with the arms if you can, and then stretch out. Remember to hold on to something when you need, and you can modify this. Here we go again, we're going to add to that. So once again, tuck, reach, extend, lift. Now see if we can reach the leg back and stretch away. From here, see if you can come down with your foot. Okay. And then lift up. Okay, getting the chest opening up and breathing. We're going to step back and we'll do the other leg. Okay. So bring the knee up and bring the head down towards the knee. Release, stretch up, extend the leg. Come back. Now try to reach away with the arms and the leg. Work from your center. Stretch the arms away, bring the leg to the floor. And reach up. So let's try one more on each side. So bring the knee up, scoop the belly, tuck, reach up, extend the leg, reach up from your center, hinge from the hips, extend the back leg, reach away, take the back foot to the floor, lift, and then come back. So we got one more, okay? Knee comes up as high as you can. Tuck in, keep your belly strong. Reach up, extend the leg, drop the arm. Come back, bending the knee, reaching the arms. Now, belly strong. Extend the foot away, reach the fingertips away. And then take the foot to the floor. And lift up. And then come back. All right, so that should have been a good challenge for you. All right. Come to the back of your mat. And just have your feet hip distance apart. Scoop up through your center. Take your chin to your chest and start rolling down through your spine, from your neck, from your shoulders, your upper back, middle spine, through to your lumbar spine, into your roll down, Start bending the knees when you get down. So bend one knee, lift sit bones up on the other side. So we're going to bend the right leg. Okay, and we're going to reach up with the left arm. And we're going to open up there. So just take your time, rotate through that left side, and then change. Bend the left leg and open up on the right side. And just breathe. Come back. Tuck the chin, roll up. As you roll up, scoop your belly, track your hands up your legs, and then start to take them up to the ceiling. And rise up onto your toes. And then from here, we're going to come back down through those heels. Okay, chin to your chest, and we're going to roll over an imaginary barrel now. Nice and slow. Scoop the belly. Once we get down there, we're going to bend the knees into squat. We're going to lift the hands up. Reach away, fingertips from hips. Push through the floor. And rise up. Rise onto those toes. Stretch to the ceiling. Come back down through your heels. Bring your chin to your chest. And roll over that imaginary barrel once again. Nice and slow. Sequentially through your spine. Maybe a little bit deeper. Once you get down, bend the knees. Stretch the arms away. As if you're sitting down. And then push up through the feet. Come up tall, rise onto toes. So nice and slow, use your breath. Come down through heels. Chin to chest. Try not to let the hips stick through out to the back as you roll down. Relax through your shoulders. Strong through your core. Last time, bend the knees into squat. Reach, press, and lift. Last time, to now come up onto heels. Come down through the heels, tuck the chin, scoop the belly in, and roll down. From here, we're going to walk your hands out to the front of your mat. Okay, and then we're going to come to a high heel down dog. We're going to pedal those heels up and down. Drawing the belly in. And breathing. Pushing the floor away. And lengthening out through the back of your body. On an in-breath, come to a high heel down dog. On an out-breath, stretch your heels down. On an in-breath, come to your high heels. And on an out-breath, heels down. Let's do one more of those. In-breath up. And exhale down. So from here, we're going to shift the weight forwards to a high plank position, pushing the floor away, keeping the abs strong. This feels too much, bring your knees to the floor lightly and hold it. Breathe. Push the floor away into down dog, lift the hips. Breathe. Come back to your high plank position. From here, we're going to just lift the leg and we're going to hold it. So we can be doing this with the knee on the floor and lift. We're going to change legs. Try to maintain that stillness in the body and push back to down dog. Draw the belly in, hips are high. Push the floor away. Breathe. Come back to your high plank again. Head well over hands. You can have knees down if you need. From here, lift the leg again. And then just take that toe back and up. And toe down and heel up. Toe down and heel up. Toe down and heel up. And then change sides. Remember, you can do this with the knee on the floor. Tap the toe. So maintaining absolute stillness in the body, like you've got a tray of glasses on your back. Breathing out as you lift the heel up. Breathing in as you tap the toe down. And push back down dog. Last time. Take some breath. Come down to your knees. And stretch it back into child's posture. And take some breath. So just bring your hands up towards your knees and then roll up to a high kneeling position. And just take your hands onto the small of your back, okay? Make sure your knees are comfortable, all right? And just gently pushing the hips forwards, and drawing the chest open. And just feeling that work into the back as you open the chest and breathe. And then come back and place the hands on the floor. So we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Okay? We're going to reach the right arm and the left leg along the floor, and then we're going to float them off the floor. And then as you come back, bring the hand back, and then just bring the foot and just step it to the outside of your left hand. Okay? And just hold that position. Now we're going to take this left foot, we're going to cross it over the back of the right leg. Okay, and then just gently lean back there. Okay, so you get a bit more stretch, especially into that left hip. Make sure the knees are comfortable. Stretch it back, and then come back. Come back to your all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Remember, if your wrists don't like this full extension, roll the mat up. You have less extension at the hips. Hands are under shoulders, fingers are spread, knees are under hips. So, floating the left arm and the right leg, and reaching away. As we bring the hand and the leg back, the leg then steps out to the right side. A little bit more mobility into the hip joint there. And we're going to take that leg, that right leg, and we're going to cross it over the left. Okay, and then find a position and just sink down. Feel that stretch into the right side of the hips there on the outside, hopefully. Come back. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Right arm, left leg, floating off the floor. Once again, draw the hand back, take the left leg to the outside of that left hand. Just feel that deeper stretch into the hip joint. And then take that left knee and wrap it around the back of the right and sink down. If you're not liking this, just come back to a child's posture as normal. And then release. Do one more on the other side. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Left arm, right leg floating away. Reach. Come back with the hand. Take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lift the chest. Breathe. Now take that right foot and the right knee and wrap it around the back of the left leg. And then sink down. And just sink down as deep into that as feels okay for you. Feeling that stretch into the hip joint. Come back to hands under shoulders. Now, take the weight off the wrists and rise back up. Onto your kneeling position. Okay, take the hands onto the small of the back. Push the hips forward again. Keep the chin tucked. See if you can go a little bit further into that back bend this time. Breathe. If that feels like you could do a little bit more, take a hand down to the heel and maybe the other one. Lift the hips. Otherwise, keep the hands on the hip. It feels good. The head back. You're keeping your thighs strong. Sending the hip bones forwards. And then release. So, walk your hands to the front of the mat. Stepping your right foot away. Take your left arm. Thread it underneath. Drop your head and lift your hips. And then inhale. Reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through, flexing through the right elbow, and inhale up. More challenge would be to lift the right leg, and then lower it as you reach up with your arm. Exhale away, threading through, and inhale to lift the arm. Exhale, thread through. You can lift the back leg. Inhale, drop the leg, and reach up. And last one. And release. Come down to your elbows. So step those knees away. You can stay on the knees, or you can tuck your toes and come up to a low plank. So take some breath. So if you're on those knees, just reach one heel away, straightening the leg, and then the other. If you're off the knees, tap the knees down, one at a time. Keep the pelvis still. And wherever you're at, just hold it. Take some breath. Take a rest. Now roll onto your side. Elbow under shoulder. Okay, knee on the floor. Lift the lower waist. Okay. Reach the arm away. Tuck, elbow, and inhale away. Exhale, tuck, elbow and knee. Tuck. If you're feeling like you want more challenge, you can take the knee off the floor. Tuck. Exhale, tuck. Exhale, tuck. Inhale away. And release. Come back and just take some breath. We'll come back to the other side in a sec. So hands are at the back at the front of the mat, and the knees are under the hips. You're in that 4-point kneeling to take your left foot back. Take your right arm and exhale. Thread it underneath. And then inhale. Reach up. Thread through on the out breath. And on the in breath, reach it up. If you want more challenge, lifting that back leg as you thread through. Lowering on the in breath as you reach up. Work with your breath to try and get as much range into the body, but keeping nice and still and slow and controlled movement. Work from your center. Use your breath. One more, thread through on the out. And on the in breath, reach up. And once again, just stretch it back, child's posture. Take some breath. And then take the hands to the knees and roll up to that high kneeling. Have another little go at developing this chest opening and back bend. So you have the option of keeping in this position, hands on the small of the back, and keeping the chin tucked, or taking hands to heels. Or if you want a little bit more, as you push the hips forwards, release the right hand and reach. Keep the thighs strong. Bring that hand down. Swap. Reach. Listen to your body. Come back. Rest down on those forearms again. Come back to kneeling or knees off the floor. So we're going to hold that position. Thighs are on, abdominals are on. So from here, and sorry to turn my back to you, in fact I don't need to, you're going to turn to the other side. All right, knee is down, reach away, inhale, leg is lifted, elbow under shoulder, exhale, tuck. Keep that lower waist lifted up. Inhale away, exhale, tuck. Or harder still, you're off the knees. Use that breath to get some range. And last one. And then release. And just come to sitting on the floor. Feet roughly about hip distance apart. If you need something to help bolster you up, then get a cushion, something firm, or a block if you have it. Otherwise, sitting tall. We're going to do a spine stretch. So that involves reaching the fingers out, tucking the chin in, and just rolling down through your spine, reaching forwards as far as you can to your legs or your feet, and pull. Scoop the belly in, send the tailbone away, and breathe into your ribs. And slowly roll it back up. Taking your right hand to the side, okay, reach it out, reach up with the left arm. Take a nice deep in breath, and just stretch over. Keep the hips down, and then change. Reach up, and reach over. And let's do that again. Hand goes down, reach up, keep your thighs strong, your belly strong, reach over. And reach up. Hips down, and exhale, reach over. And then come back. So we're going to stretch the legs out wide now. So as wide as you can, okay, to feel that stretch through the adductors, inner thigh muscle. All right. From here, let's track down, exhale as far as you can, and then inhale, come back. Exhale down, and inhale back. Every time a little bit further. And exhale down, and inhale back. Hands either side of the right leg. Inhale to prepare, and exhale away. Try and keep the hips down. Inhale back. Exhale every time a little bit further. Keep the toes towards, the heels away, the thighs are on. And one more time, exhale. And then coming back. And we're going to go to the other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale down. Awareness of the opposite leg. So keep the legs strong. Keep yourself nice and firm and into the floor. And then one more, exhale. And then come back to the center. Maybe you can go a bit further. Maybe you need a rest. Maybe you need to release those legs. So hands are either going to be in front or behind. And we're going to go down to one side. Taking the elbow down towards the outside of the knee. Come back, inhale. And then exhale down. Remember to keep engaged through your core. And as you go down, try to keep the hips planted down. And then try looking up to the opposite elbow. Every time, try to go a little bit further. Keep that good form, in breath of the center. And exhale down. In breath of the center. And exhale down. Let's do one more each side. Toes towards, heels away. And then release. And then bring your feet back. Shake them out. Okay, so from here, you're going to swing round and just come round to lie on your back. Bring your heels in. Spread the toes, place the hands on the floor, tuck the chin. So you're long in the neck, open through the chest, and you're just taking some breath. Okay, so first two fingers onto your hip bones and your thumbs underneath. In breath, arch your spine. Exhale, imprint. In breath, arch. And exhale to imprint. So pelvic tilt here purely to check in and engage with your deep abdominals, pelvic floor, just articulating through the pelvis, keeping the rest of the body nice and steady, breathing in as you arch, breathing out as you imprint. Place your hands on the floor, in-breath, arch, exhale, imprint. Now continue to peel that spine up and off the floor. Keep the knees steady. In-breath at the top. And as if you're drawing that breastbone down, scoop the belly in and roll it back down. Take an in-breath, arch, exhale, imprint. Continue to peel your spine up and off the floor, lift the hips, send the knees away, squeeze the inner thighs. In-breath, prepare and draw that breastbone down, scooping the belly. And coming down. And once more, in-breath, arch, exhale, imprint. And peeling up and off the floor. Okay, so we're going to hold that position there and we're going to maintain that stability. Draw your heels in a little bit closer and lift. Okay, and just see if you can hold as if you're holding something between your knees. Take your right leg to a knee fold position and just tap the toes down. In breath to knee fold, exhale to tap. So maintain that stillness, maintain the lift in the hips. Continue with that one, or if you want a little bit more, reach the leg up and then draw it down. So lift up on the in-breath with the toes, exhale down with the heels. So you're either straight leg or toe taps. Anytime this feels too much, you come down and you can just do your toe taps down. And last one, and then come back down to the floor and then hug both knees into your chest and curl your head up towards your knees. Stay in that position, fully tucked, stretch your left leg long. Tuck that right knee in a little bit more towards your ear. Change legs and take an in-breath change. So single leg stretch here. Keep curled up. Keep drawing that knee in towards you, stretching away with the opposite leg. If that neck is not liking this, head to the floor and just tap out to your knees. Breathe. Try not to rock and roll either side. Try to keep that steadiness in the body. Keep curled up. And last one. And then hug those knees in. Release your neck. And then place those feet back down on the floor. They want to be hip distance apart. Tuck the toes. So tuck the heels in. And then from here, imprint your spine. And then curl up again. Lift the hips. Bring the heels in a little bit tighter to maintain that lift if you can. So you've got a strong line from your knee, your hip to your shoulder, pelvic floor deep abs. Take your left leg up to a knee fold and toe tap. Keeping the right leg steady. Try not to let that knee come back further than the hip. In breath back, exhale, tap. If you want more challenge, straighten that left leg up and then heel down. Level with the other leg. In breath, lift. Exhale, heel. So remember, as you lift the leg, try to maintain that lift in the hips. Whatever you're doing, whether it's a toe tap or straight leg, you're maintaining that strong and steadiness in the support leg. Abs pulled in. Remember, we can always do this if we get too tired or it's too much of a strain with the hips on the floor. And come back and hug those knees in again. Curl your head up. So reach down further now towards your feet, tucking in tight. We're going to try a double leg stretch. In breath away, arms and legs, sweep round, exhale, tuck. In breath away, exhale, sweep and tuck. In breath away. So as you reach away, try not to take the hands, the arms further back than the ears. Try not to flare up through your ribs. Keep your belly strong. This feels too much, Take your hands behind your head and just do the legs, or go back to single leg stretch. In breath away, exhale, sweep, tuck. In breath away, exhale, sweep and tuck. Last one. And hug the knees. Take the head side to side. Get some breath. Place those feet back on the floor. So heels are tight. Well, they're not that tight, but they're in towards your sit bones. Feet are hip distance apart. Chin is tucked. Take an in breath. Arch the spine. Exhale, imprint. And peel your spine up and off the floor. Now draw the heels in a little bit tighter. Lift the hips, squeeze the inner thigh. Pelvic floor, deep abdominals. So once again up to knee fold. So from here, keeping the left leg steady, just take the right leg out to the side a little bit and draw it back. Try not to let the left leg follow. If you want more challenge, reach the leg up and straight leg out. Both of them are tough. If you're not liking that, you come down to the floor. We do the same thing. Either with the leg straight or in knee fold. Exhale away. Keep the left leg steady wherever you're at. Keep the hips lifted if you're up. Don't go too far. Maintain that control, that lift. Last one. And then come back down. Hug those knees in again. Curl your head up. Now stretch your left leg long. Now stretch your right leg long up to the ceiling. Walk your hands up as far up that right leg as you can. And then try pulling in. As you pull in, stretch the left leg away as well. Take an in breath there, change. And change. And change. So we use that breath to get more range into our hamstring pull here. Remember, legs don't have to be straight. You can bend those legs. Try and stay curled up. Opposition, reach, reach, and pull. Really try to get that range. Lengthening out, keep the thighs strong where you can. To open up through the back of the legs. And hug the knees in. And again, keep the head side to side. Release your neck, place your feet on the floor, hip distance. Place the hands on the floor. Take some breath. So from here, tuck the tailbone, imprint the spine, peel up. Lift the hips. Draw the heels in a little bit tighter, if that feels good. And lift the hips, squeeze the inner thigh. So maintain that power and strength through the hips. Right leg strong, take the left leg to knee fold. Just take that leg out and in. Out to the side. Trying to maintain that stillness. If you want a little bit more challenge, or if you prefer, reach the leg up, out to the side. So watch that right leg is not following. So you've got to keep everything switched on through your center, pelvic floor, deep abdominals, okay, to maintain that stability. If that's too much, bring the hips down. Same movement. Abs, pelvic floor, and release down. Hug the knees. Take some breath. Curl the head up and take the hand behind the head. Take the hands behind the head and reach the legs up to the ceiling and lower down with the heel of the right leg. And then bring the toes back. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, toes back. Inhale, right. So really pull the abdominals in. More challenge, you could do both legs. It's an in-breath down. And exhale up. Arms pulled in. And one more on each leg, or two more if you're doing doubles, and then coming in to hug those knees. Circle your knees out and right. Take some breath. And hugging the knees in, reach the arms out to the side. Take your knees to one side and look to your left shoulder. Come back to the center, inhale, and to the other side and look to the right shoulder. Come back to the center. Take your right leg and just hook it round your left leg. And if you're able to, you get your right foot and you hook it underneath your left calf or ankle. Keep the chin tucked. Now flex through the elbows. With the elbows on the floor, stretch the fingertips away a little bit further. Take the legs to the right. Try to keep your elbows down, your shoulders down, your hands down. Look to that right elbow. Come back center. Switch your legs. Take your left leg around your right. And then go to your left and keep looking to the right hand, the right elbow. Trying to keep those on the floor. Come back center, hug the knees in, and roll up. Stretch your legs long. Reach the arms out, tuck the chin once again into the spine, stretch. Stretch down towards the legs of the feet, and just pull. Pull the belly in, send the tailbone away, and just take some breath. And release. From here, just sweep those legs round and come onto your hands and your knees. Hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips, belly strong. We're going to do cat. We're going to look up in here. Tailbone away. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, rounding your back. And then in breath away. And then tuck, as if someone's getting hold of your middle spine and pulling it up to the ceiling or the sky. In breath away. And then tuck. And then just tuck the toes, bring the hands to the knees. Keep the head tucked, get the feet hip distance. And just roll yourself up. Restack your spine and come to the top. Okay, so standing tall. Just take the hands behind the back and interlace your fingers and just stretch them out and away from the body. Okay, and breathe. And then from here, just turn the head to one side. And the other side. And then come back to the center.
I left you a message.
Release the hand. Now interlace them at the front. Press the palms down. Reach up to the ceiling. And down to one side.
Yes.
And come to the center, inhale, and then over to the other side. And then come back to the center. Take the hands behind the head now. Press the head into the hands, draw the elbows away. Keep the feet steady and just twist. Come back center, inhale, and then twist. And then release. Rise onto your toes as we did at the start. Take a nice deep in breath. Reach to the ceiling. Exhale. Sharply come down. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Come down. And one more in breath up. And exhale. Down. And shake it out. Okay, there we have it.